If you've been scrolling through endless lists of robotic mowers, watching videos that all sound the same, and still feel stuck wondering whether the hype actually translates into a quieter weekend, you're not alone. I've been there, staring at the specs and wondering if a $2,000 plus gadget is worth the promise of a perfectly trimmed lawn without ever stepping foot on the grass. It's a classic case of buyer hesitation, the fear of dropping a lot of cash on a device that either won't fit your yard or ends up needing constant tinkering. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review, I'll walk through how the Husqvarna 520H EPOS Automower fits into a real-world setup, what kind of homeowner gets the most bang for the buck, and where the value actually lies beyond the headline numbers. First, let's picture the typical scenario that pushes people toward a robotic mower. You've got a suburban lot, maybe a few kids, a dog that loves to chase squirrels, and you're already juggling a 9-to-5 job. You'd love to reclaim the 2-hour chore of pushing a mower on Saturday mornings, but you also worry about a machine that can't navigate around flower beds or that will get stuck in a narrow driveway. The 520H claims to handle up to 1.25 acres, which puts it squarely in the medium-sized yard camp big enough for many family homes, but not a sprawling estate. The first practical question, then, is whether the mower's navigation system actually deals with the obstacles you'll throw at it. The EPOS model adds an onboard GPS-based navigation, which Husqvarna markets as a way to map the lawn more intelligently than the older random pattern bots. In practice, that translates to a mower that learns the shape of your yard, remembers where the flower beds and trees are, and plots a more efficient cutting route. I've spoken with a few owners who say the mower finishes its daily cycle in roughly an hour on a half-acre lawn, compared to the 23 hours a random pattern unit might take. That matters if you live in a neighborhood with HOA rules that limit noise after 10 p.m. A faster cycle means the mower can wrap up before the evening quiet settles in. Now, who should consider the 520H? If you have a relatively flat yard with a few standard obstacles garden beds, a small patio, maybe a shed, and you're comfortable setting up a perimeter wire once, this mower is a solid candidate. The EPOS system also integrates with a smartphone app, letting you start, stop, or schedule mowing from your couch. For tech-savvy homeowners who appreciate being able to set a cut at 7 a.m. on weekdays rule without having to remember to push a button, that remote control is a genuine convenience. It's also a good fit for families that want to keep the lawn looking neat while they're at work, because the mower will automatically adjust its cutting height based on growth, keeping the grass in that sweet 20 to 30 millimeters window without you having to intervene. On the other hand, there are clear cases to skip it. If your property slopes more than 20%, the 520H's climbing ability becomes a limiting factor. The unit is designed for gentle grades, and steep hills can cause the mower to stall or skip sections. Likewise, if you have a lot of narrow, winding pathways, think a serpentine garden or a maze of low-lying hedges, the perimeter wire can become a headache to install correctly. You might end up spending more time fiddling with the wire than you'd save on mowing. Lastly, if you're on a tight budget and your lawn is under a half-acre, a simpler, less expensive robotic mower could meet your needs without the added cost of GPS mapping. Let's talk strengths in concrete terms. The biggest practical win is the consistent cut quality. Because the EPOS mower adjusts its height on the fly, you get a uniform look even when the grass grows unevenly due to shade. In a neighborhood where curb appeal directly impacts resale value, that steady look can be a silent selling point. Another strength is the low noise profile. While a gasoline mower can hit 85 dB, the 520H operates around 60 dB, which is roughly the volume of a quiet conversation. That makes it possible to run the mower during early mornings or even while the kids are still asleep, without waking the whole household. Battery life also deserves a mention. The mower can run up to 60 minutes on a single charge, then automatically returns to its charging station, which is especially handy during hot summer days when you want the unit to pause rather than overheat. Every product has trade-offs, and the 520H is no exception. The first practical weakness is the upfront setup time. Laying the boundary wire around a 1.25-acre property, threading it through gates, and ensuring there are no gaps can take a few hours, even for a de-oriented person. While the app guides you through the process, it's not a plug-and-play experience. A second downside is the occasional lost signal moment. In homes with thick stone walls or lots of Wi-Fi interference,